Hey, it's Sam with the full moon forecast. The moon is going to be full on September 19th at around 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Now this full moon is in early Pisces, around 2 degrees of Pisces, and it's opposite the sun in Virgo. So this full moon in Pisces, Pisces is the sign of sort of metaphysical connection. It's ruled by Jupiter. It's the feminine, internal, psychological, reflective quality of Jupiter, and this brings about an emotional sort of philosophical, creative, expansive quality. It's really about metaphysics, the metaphysical connection with the cosmos, really. Pisces is the 12th sign where we actually let go of our fascination with the world, you might say, but in so doing we have a fascination with the other world. So when I say this world, it means this world of problems, this world of details, this world of trying to control everything, which is stuff of Virgo. So Pisces is opposite Virgo, so the Pisces-Virgo axis will be real important on Thursday, September 19th, as we have this full moon. Now, we'll feel the full moon a lot on Wednesday because most of the day Wednesday will be the lunar day called Purnima, but then the actual full moon happens with the exact sun-moon opposition early Thursday morning. So again, it's this Virgo-Pisces axis. Virgo is about all the details that we need to manage and organize. It's ruled by Mercury. It's the psychological reflective quality of Mercury, where we have a feeling in our heart that all of this needs to be organized and that we're not complete, and we need to do all these little things to make sure that our environment is situated in a way that is proper and neat and clean. Really, the devil is in the details, they say, and we feel that in Virgo. I talk about this because that's where the sun is. The sun is in Virgo. But then opposite that is Pisces, which is where we also come to the realization that no matter how much organizing we do and how much effort we put towards trying to purify this world and our environment, there is this big metaphysical purpose and promise that has nothing to do with this earth. So we become aware of all that has come before in Pisces, and we learn to make peace with it, hopefully. But in so doing, we also feel this creative love and beauty in our heart in Pisces. Virgo is what's called a tamasic sign, so it has to do with a little bit of stress and worry over all of the details. That's one of the problems with the Virgo axis, or with the sign of Virgo, and how Pisces balances that worry with the awareness that everything will work out. However, the problem in Pisces is that we can just be in this kind of everything will work out, so why do anything? I'll just kind of let it all happen, and we don't have enough attention placed on the details. So it's really about balancing this axis of our attention and our concern with what needs to get done, but then relax and give up the results to the cosmos. It's a big lesson because we tend to want to control everything in Virgo rather than just do what we can do with this detail or that detail or all the details, and then leave the results up to God, you might say, to sort it out. Because no matter how much effort we put forth in this world, we're never going to be able to organize the universe. The universe is inherently unmanageable from our point of view. It's fine. It's running itself just fine. In fact, it's what created us. So it's that sort of opposition. So we'll have the full moon in Pisces, which means we'll have the awareness and the feeling of that the universe is fine and I'm a part of it. We'll have that feeling Wednesday and Thursday. And so And then the moon continues through Pisces into Friday as well. But that full moon brings that cycle of psychological awareness that the universe is fine. It's taking care of itself, even though we're probably a little bit stressed over the details right now because the sun is in Virgo. This is how those oppositions work between the sun and the moon. So the full moon is the balancing point, the harmonizing point of wherever the sun is. So that sun in Virgo brings this awareness on having to manage and organize things in your world and all of the tasks and duties that you have. But the full moon in Pisces gives you the understanding that you only have so much power and you need to give the rest of it up and trust what the universe has in store. Now, a few other things that are real important. Currently we have Saturn, Rahu, and Venus in a very tight conjunction in Libra. So Saturn and Venus are in quite good dignity. Saturn is exalted and Venus is in its own sign, but Rahu is also there. So there's a lot of energy here on relationships and that sort of Libra energy. Sorry, I have something in my eye here. But it's really kind of tangled up there, and there's also an aspect for Mars from Cancer. So Saturn, Rahu, Venus in Libra can feel kind of heavy around your personal relationships and your interactions with others. They can feel kind of heavy and stressful, and like I would say even you might call sort of lustful. You might be feeling kind of lustful right now, especially with the Mars aspect as well. So, transforming that lust into something creative is always a good thing, but it's definitely a time where you might be feeling that. Rahu-Venus conjunction is already a lustful placement because Rahu is about our subconscious imagined desires, and Venus is our tangible desires, which means food tastes good, sex feels good, the world is beautiful. We experience that beauty through Venus, literally. We appreciate it. And Rahu is our fascination with what we think is going to satisfy our desires. So any Rahu-Venus conjunction brings that about. So Rahu-Venus are very close. Saturn is also there, which makes us want to really concentrate our attention on something. But it can also tend to make us feel guilt and shame. If you're feeling guilt and shame right now around your desires, this might be why. And there's also an aspect for Mars, which is exciting those desires. Mars-Venus conjunctions or aspects or associations tend to explode our desires a little bit, because Mars is about the pursuit of what we want, and that's sort of animal nature. So this is also a big part of what's happening. Not to mention Jupiter is aspecting, and Jupiter always tends to expand things. Jupiter is aspecting from Gemini. It's a separating aspect, but it's still there nonetheless. So Jupiter aspecting that Saturn, Venus, Rahu in Libra is also, bringing an expansion of that thing. That's why Jupiter gives progeny and children and growth. So it might be sort of growing that feeling. If you're not in relationship and partnership right now, you might really sort of miss it, and especially miss that part of it. And that's okay. That's the origin of it. That's what gets us moving toward partnership. But so there's still a lot of powerful planets right now as far as their dignity. Mercury's exalted. Venus is in its own sign, Libra, and Saturn is exalted too. So there's still a lot of power, and it's a good time to really do something with that. But we'll be feeling this full moon in Pisces Wednesday and into Thursday, and it's a good time to really connect all the details with the bigger picture. If you want to know how this affects your sign, you can get a 2-week trial to my member site where I also analyze this for all 12 of the astrology signs, including yours, which I'm going to do right now.